Before you took your first breath, before you opened your eyes, before you even had a name, you were not alone. There was someone by your side, right there, so close that you shared the same space, the same fluid, the same heartbeat, almost, two hearts beating together, in imperfect sync, but together, and then silence. One of the hearts stopped, and you were left alone, carrying a question you could never formulate. Where are you? You promised to stay. If you've always felt that something or someone is missing, if loneliness haunts you even when you're surrounded by people, if the fear of being abandoned paralyzes you in ways you can't explain, this video will change everything you think about yourself. Because today, you're going to discover the truth that 7 out of 10 people carry without knowing it. You started life as a pair and lost someone before you were even born. You are a surviving twin. Vanishing Twin Syndrome, a technical name for an invisible loss. Recent studies reveal something shocking. Approximately 70% of pregnancies begin with more than one embryo, 2, 3, sometimes more, but only 1 to 2% are actually born as twins. The question no one asks is, where are the other 68 to 69%? The answer will give you chills. They disappeared. Between weeks 5 and 8 of pregnancy, silently, 1 or more embryos simply stop. The heart stops beating, development ceases, and that little being is absorbed by its sibling, by the mother, by the placenta. It disappears as if it had never existed, but it did exist, and the sibling who remained knows this. They may not consciously remember, they may never have had the words to name it, but their body knows, their cells know, their subconscious knows. Someone was here and now they are gone. If this touched you, if something inside you stirred just now, it's because you know. You always knew, you just didn't have a name for it. But to understand this deep pain you carry, we need to go back even further, before conception, before the womb, before the body, to the place where souls wait. Many spiritual traditions and thousands of reports of children in regression studies speak of the same thing. Souls make agreements before incarnating. Imagine this with me. 2 souls, perhaps friends from other lives, talking on the threshold between the spiritual and the physical. One of them says, I'm going to incarnate now. I'm going to that mother. The other asks, alone? I'm afraid it's a difficult journey. I don't want to go alone. Then don't go, I'll go with you. Really? You would come with me? Yes, let's go together. I won't leave you. Promise? I promise. Let's go together, always. And they descend together, intertwined, connected on a level that physical bodies can barely comprehend. 2 souls, 1 womb, 1 sacred pact. And for a few weeks, everything is fine. The agreement is being fulfilled. They are together. Week 3, 2 embryos forming. Week 4, 2 hearts beginning to beat. Week 5, still together, still connected, but then something changes. Perhaps the physical body of one of them was not sustainable. Perhaps the mission of that soul was only to give initial courage, to provide company in the frightening early days, to say, you can do it. I'll show you that it's possible, and now you go on alone. And between weeks 5 and 8, one of them stops. The heart that was beating falls silent, and the other feels it. Imagine, you don't have words yet, you don't have formed thoughts, you don't have conscious memory, you are a cluster of developing cells, but you feel it. Yesterday there was presence, today there is absence. Yesterday there were 2, today there is 1. Yesterday there was company, today there is emptiness. And your nervous system is still information. Records this, records it deeply. He was here, He promised to stay. Where is he? Why did he leave me? I am alone. This is your first trauma. Before you were born, before you had a name, before you breathed, primary abandonment. And you carry that with you your whole life. And it manifests itself in ways you never connected. That deep fear of being abandoned comes from that. That need to check your cell phone every 5 minutes when someone doesn't respond comes from that. That feeling of panic when your partner says they need space comes from that. That jealousy that you know is excessive but can't control comes from that. That tendency to end the relationships before being left because they're going to leave anyway comes from that chronic loneliness that accompanies you even when you're at a crowded party, even when you have a family, even when you're in a relationship comes from that. Because no one feels that void. No one can, because that void is shaped like a twin. And perhaps the most revealing mark of all, you talk to yourself. It's not just thinking out loud, it's conversation, dialogue, as if someone were there. Do you know why? Because in the womb you talked energetically and you never stopped. You still talk to him. Now pay attention. I'm going to list some signs, and if 3 or more resonate deeply with you, you are probably a surviving twin. 1. You talk to yourself a lot naturally and it doesn't seem strange to you. 2. You've always felt an invisible presence by your side. Something, someone that you can't see but feel. 3. You had an imaginary friend in childhood, but he was so real that you swore he existed. 4. You feel profound loneliness even when surrounded by people, as if something, someone is always missing. 5. You have a disproportionate fear of being abandoned, which governs your decisions, your relationships, your life. 6. You compulsively search for your other half, your soulmate, not out of romanticism, but out of necessity. 7. You sometimes feel like 2 in 1, divided, incomplete, half. 8. Your mother had light bleeding early in her pregnancy or suspected twins at the beginning. 9. You have a double birthmark, or a strange one, or one in an unusual place. Hearing about this now, something inside you knows, recognizes, cries. How many did you check? If it was 3 or more, welcome. You are not alone in this pain. There are millions of us carrying invisible siblings, loving people that no one else sees. And now you can begin to heal. Healing begins with one word: recognition. I did not come alone. I had a brother, a sister, someone, and I lost that person. And it marked me, and it is real. Saying this out loud for the first time may make you cry like you've never cried before, because finally, you are naming the pain. Now, if you want, let's do something together. A simple ritual of healing, of honor, of liberation. Light a candle, or just put your hand on your heart and breathe, and speak aloud or in your mind to that brother, that sister you never knew but always loved. Brother, sister, I don't know your name, I never saw your face, but I've missed you my whole life. This emptiness that nothing feels is you. It was always you. You promised to stay and I know you wanted to, but you couldn't. It wasn't your fault, it wasn't my fault, but it hurt, it still hurts today. This loneliness, this fear, this abandonment. But now I understand. You didn't abandon me. You came back because you had to come back. Your mission was short, but it was real. You existed, you mattered, you gave me courage in the first few weeks. You showed me it was possible. And now I will honor that. I will live for myself and for you. I will free you from my pain and free myself from our loss. But love remains forever. Thank you for coming, even if briefly. I love you. I always have. I always will. Dear surviving twin, you have made it this far, which means you are ready. Ready to heal, ready to free yourself, ready to live fully. Your twin did not abandon you. They are with you in a different way. As a guardian angel, as a protective presence, as a love that never dies. You were never really alone. And now that you know, now that you have named it, now that you have honored it, you can finally live in peace. In the comments, if you want, leave a message for your twin. Say what you could never say. Thousands of other survivors will read it and you will heal together. You were chosen to stay, to live, to tell the story. Honor that, live fully. Your twin is rooting for you, always has been. With all my love,